Hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. So we're wrapping up on Vasso's Porsche Taycan. So this is the one with the full-blown radar laser defense system. So we have a AOP setup on the front. Now what's special about this one is on all of his cars, we run a 4-head setup on the front and a 4-head setup on the rear. Typically we run 3, but he likes the 4 because it gives him more coverage and then just more protection. So in this particular, on the front, we have 2 RXs, which is that one and that one. And then we have 2 TXs, which is that one and that one. So when you have a car that's wider or bigger, you want more heads because each head creates, in essence, if you want to think about it like a circle, that's the circle where it defends. So the more of these you have, the better, the better coverage you have on the front end of a vehicle so that you don't have what's called punch through. Punch through would be, if you think about it, let's say you have 2 circles and let's say the sensors are too far apart, right? So you have this gap in the middle. If it happens to hit right in the middle between those 2 rings of protection, you have what's called punch through and they would get a reading. And that is bad. You do not want that because it's not a good day, right? So that's why on all his vehicles, we run a 4-head setup, 4 front, 4 rear. If you want, let's go to the back. I'll show you the back of it. So same thing on the rear. Now we showed you a little earlier that we actually milled the reflector and mounted the RX into the reflector. So on this vehicle, it's RX, TX, TX, and RX. So there's a total, same thing, total of 4 on the rear of the vehicle. Now, all of these sensors are shimmed so that they're at the correct, they're at 0 degrees, right? We always shoot for 0. There's a tolerance, but we always shoot for 0. This way, no matter what, even if it's off slightly, we're only a little bit off, as opposed to if we're at the tolerance and then it's off a little more, then we're way off, right? So we shoot for it being 0 when it leaves here. All right, so in this vehicle, the client challenged us to use this Porsche ashtray. So this is a Porsche ashtray that you get from Porsche. And on some of the older Porsches, they have if the car has what's called a smoker package, it has this little ashtray built in. But on these newer ones, the only thing you can do is buy this removable ashtray. So the client wanted us to put the displays in here. Now the fun part is it's 2 displays and they're small, but there's not a ton of space. So to show you what we did. So if you can see that, we machined the actual cup holder and then we designed and lasered these pieces, and we'll show you some video. It's a stack. It's actually 4 pieces of 1/8" acrylic. So it's a stack, so everything sits perfectly flush. You can still shut it. And then the other nice thing is we made it removable. So that was a lot of work also. So basically, if you had to, you remove the cup holder and it has 3 connectors on the bottom. One is for the Escort and the other 2 are for the AOP. So this way you can unplug it, remove it, service it, do whatever you need to do. And then when you come back, you just plug it back in business. But the nice thing about this is if you want to hide the unit, just literally go like that, it's gone. Now, we are waiting on a rear view mirror. So we're gonna do the rear view mirror where the display for the Escort is built into the rear view mirror. We're waiting on that piece to come back. And we also did dash cams. So we have the black view, front and rear. Same thing, we're waiting to get the mirror so that we know exactly where to mount it. And we typically don't mount the camera till the client comes in. So we want the client involved. They're gonna be driving the car, not us, right? So we want the client involved in where it gets positioned. We want it to be out of their view. We typically put it behind the rearview mirror so it kind of blends and you can't really see it. But we want the client's input and we want to make sure that they're happy with placement. All these custom parts that you see, we build in-house. Now, a lot of them we can do without the vehicle, but some of them are one-off where we need the car in order to, we can build the part, but the final fit and finish needs to be done on the vehicle. And if we don't have the vehicle, we can't do that, right? In this particular case, this can be done. We would just need the controllers and the cup holder to do it. And then you could send it to us. We would build all the parts, modify it, and then send it back to you. Basically, anything that you see us build, we can build the second one. And obviously, once we built the first one, we typically have a template of it. Again, unless it's like a one-off thing where we have nothing, then obviously that's different. But for the most part, everything that you see, we can build in-house. As you can see, the display is now embedded in the mirror itself. So you have the mirror, and then you have the display embedded in there. Powering down, give it a second, goes dark, right? Hit the button again, hey Daniel. Redline CIC. So this is the Redline CIC. Basically, it's their radar platform. So it comes with a front radar head and a rear radar head, the display and the controller. They also have the Redline 360.
Interference defense.
That's the ALP
Active.
kicking in. So the ALP just kicked in because remember, we have two systems in here. We have the Escort CIC for the radar defense, and then we have the AO priority for the laser defense. The client likes this setup. We've done it in a bunch of his cars. It's what he's comfortable with. It's what he knows. And in essence, they're like tops of their class. So ALP has been voted best laser defense like 10 years running. They're amazing when it comes to laser defense. And then the Escort always is in the top 3 of the radar laser defense systems on the market.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.